Hello brothers and girls. So today we are going to learn about variables. So variables are containers for storing data values. Okay. In simple words, a variable is like a box where you can store information in a computer program. You give the box a name and you can put different things in it like numbers, text or even more and complex data. Later, you can use the name of the box to access the information stored inside and manipulate it in your program. Okay, so variables help you keep track of and work with data in your code. So, variable is like a container where you store a value. Like we use variables like var, const, and let in JavaScript. There are three variables in JavaScript, which is var, let, or const. Like we have variable let x equal 10. So we are storing 10 in x. X is a variable and 10 is a value which we store in x. Okay. So now let's talk about var. So var was the primary way to declare variables in JavaScript. Okay, variables declared with var are function scoped, which means they are accessible throughout the function in which they are declared. Okay, now I am going to show you how var works. Like we have function, give a name it like John. If var x equal 10. Okay, x. So now var is a function scoped, okay, which means they are accessible throughout the function in which they are declared. Like if I call this function John, I can see the output 10. It shows output because it is in function scope. Like if you try to access out from this function, now you can see the error. Okay, x is not defined. So var is a function scoped. Okay, I hope you got my point. Let me tell you again. Okay, so it is a var or var. Okay, so it is a variable where we are storing 10 in x, and var is a function scoped variable. Okay, we only can access inside the function, we can't access outside the function. Okay, like I show you, we can access because we are inside this function, so we can access. Like you can see the 10, and if we try to access outside from this function, we can't access var, which is x. Now you can see the error. Okay, so this is all about var. Now let's talk about let variable. Okay, let me comment this. Let allow you to declare block scoped variables. Block scope means that the variable is only accessible within the block in which it is defined. So I am going to show you. Like we have function John, if let y equal 5. y. So I hope you all know about what is uh, block. So maybe most of you maybe not about what is block, so I'm going to tell you what is block. So it is our block, first block, and it is second block. Okay, so let is only accessible within the block, which is this is the block. So if we try to call this function John, we can see the value 5 because we are in a scope. If we try to access y outside this block, now you can see we are in a different block. Now you can see the error because let is only accessible within the same scope. Okay, let allows you to declare block scope variables. Block scope means that the variable is only accessible within the block in which it is defined. Okay, or if we do where we can access this outside this block, because where is function scope. I hope you got my point. Where is function scope and let is block scoped variable. It is function scope variable, so we can access this outside this block. Okay, and let is block scope variable, so that's why we can't access y outside this block. You can see the error. If we try to go back in the block, now we can see output 5. Okay, I hope you guys got my point. So it's all about let. Let's talk about const variable. Let me comment this. So const variable in JavaScript, which is used to store values that should not be changed after they are initialized. Once a value is assigned to a const variable, it cannot be reassigned to a different value. For example, we have const variable pi, and we are going to give this 3.14. Now it is acceptable. You can see pi, now you can see 3.14. But if we try to reassign pi 3.1414 like that, so we can't do that. Okay, if we do that, this will throw an error because you can't reassign a value to a const variable. If we console this, you can see the error. Okay, const is particularly used when you want to define values that should remain constant throughout your program, such as mathematical constants or configuration setting that should not change. But it's important to note that while you can't reassign a value to a const variable, the value itself can still be mutable if it's an object or an array. Okay, like you can't reassign a value to a const variable, the value itself can still be mutable. Okay, but the value is object or an array. This means you can modify the properties of an object or the elements of an array stored in a const variable, but you can't reassign the variable to a different object or array. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm saying. Like we have an object person. Okay, we have property name John and age 30. 30. Okay, so we can do like that, person dot age equal 32. This is allowed because we are modifying the object's property. You can see, but we can't do like that, like person equal name, mic, or age 40. We can't do like that. This will throw an error because we are trying to assign a new object in the const variable. Okay, so these are our variables const, let, and where. In general, it's recommended to use const by default and only use let if you need to reassign the variable's value. I hope you understand the topic, but let me give you quick explanation what is variable. So variable is a container, like you can store values in it. We have three variables: where, let, and const. Okay, where is a function scoped, you can access within the function. Okay, and let is a blocked scope, you can only access the let variable within a block, like it is our block, so you can access only the block. And const is a variable where you don't need to reassign the value. I hope you guys understand the topic. Thanks for watching this video.